Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
What's the fuzz with Sharky and Bronc?
Well, a man who has always believed in the traditions of where the lasses belong. Not on a football field, so we won't mention it tonight. Don't mention the war. G'day.
G'day, mate. How you going? Definitely we will not mention the war or the other thing that's happening in Newcastle tonight. Maybe is there a drag race down Hunter Street or something that seems to have got all the attention on TV, but other than that, I got no idea what's happening down there.
I don't know. I think they might be burning the Star Hotel down again.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, it'll bring the street alive.
It does.
The main drag down there.
Yeah. Oh, God, yes. Oh, a buzz a minute.
Have you got a beef this week?
Oh, truly. Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, there's a couple of obvious, things that happen in a game of football if you're a referee. There's a terrible lot happens in the ruck area, which should be the most simple thing for the referee to take charge of, to implement the rules, whatever they may be now. Look, I could be wrong too, of course, but everybody will occasionally hear the referees say, markers square, and that's lovely. That's part of the name of the game. That's part of the rules of the game, that the markers must be standing behind one another. So we got a game, and I decided I was going to say wisdom, but it finished up being to my absolute misery that I was going to watch for 10 minutes, absolutely seeing how many times markers were not square. I got to 9 minutes and I thought, I can't watch any more of this. I've got to watch the whole game because this is just totally ridiculous. 19 times in 9 minutes were markers standing side by side. So in other words, you had a 3-man defensive line in front of the fellow playing the ball. 19 times in 9 minutes. Now, look, seriously, it's crazy. The ruck has got to be the most simple area to referee. Hit them with penalties, they'll stop doing it because it's.
Well, don't adhere to the rules of the game since 1908. No, we're going completely opposite.
Yeah, it's taking. But the point is, if they police it, it will stop, and then there's no problem.
Well, there's got to be a will to do it.
Yeah, well, absolutely. And there may be an edict to say, look, just turn a blind eye to the rule book. There's no good studying it because...
Just like half the other rules that we've walked away from that have been part of the fabric of our game. I don't know what this is.
It's crazy. I get sick and tired of knocking things that are going wrong. But if the refereeing doesn't allow the game to go the way it is supposed to go, and the rules are being flaunted all the time, what are you supposed to do? This is the point. If you can't sort of criticise that, you might as well just sit back in the lounge and just take up knitting or crocheting and have it on mute, or actually turn the bastard off. So I don't know, mate. The answer, pineapple, they're just taking a great game and making it laughable. You're right, touch footy.
Thank you for raising my blood pressure.
You're very welcome.
I didn't have that problem last week. Now, Sharky Shambles.
Oh, no.
I have been reliably informed by someone that would know. They inform me that there's about, when you consider the worst places possibly to live on the planet and to be and to, spend any part of your life really, 2 quotes, Hull and Papua New Guinea.
All right.
Okay. Now, apparently they're should be right at the top of your list for places to avoid in your lifetime. Hull and PNG. Incoming coach of the PNG Chiefs, he's been able to do them back-to-back. He's about to do them back-to-back. I want to know what sort of incentives and enticements from NRL HQ got Willie Peters over the line to agree to such a ridiculous idea where out of all the jobs he could take in the NRL, he decides to go there. So I want a little investigation as to what's been promised and why he had to take on that job because, as I've said, they're about the two worst places on the planet that you could spend any time in, and he's going to do them back to back. So there's got to be something more to it. Further to that, $600 million of taxpayer money, tax-free contracts for at least 10 years for the incoming PNG Chiefs. Now, for years, we've had a game that's continued to talk about, how will they even things up, and we've got a salary cap. And for years, of course, I've reminded people, well, that's not quite the whole equation because we also have uncapped third-party deals. Mm-hmm. And we all know there's been the haves and have-nots, and to some degree, I've always been okay with that some particular bigger clubs in our game have more at their disposal to get third-party deals. That's just the way life is. It's not always fair. However, just a reminder to the fans, we've got an incoming club who are now going to be able to offer double the pays of whatever the contracts are for playing over here. So that's a huge leg up. I mean, tax-free. I don't even know how that's been agreed to. They're stumping up $600 million of your money to get this club up and about, and I'm not so sure that that's all kosher either. Not even sure we should be going there. I don't even know what they're doing as part of our competition in the future. Oh, that's right. They're going to save us from China. Because they'd never consider, parking themselves there or even attempting to come over here for anything if there's a football team in PNG. I mean,
oh shit, no,
they'd be, yeah. I mean, that's just immoral. But third-party deals. So not only have they got the leverage of offering whoever they want tax-free money for the next decade.
I know where you're going. Oh God.
Okay. Well, also the third-party deals will be tax exempt as well.
I saw that. Oh my God.
Luai, who has signed this week to the club, right, for now I believe it's $1.2 million.
Yep.
So, and that's what he will take home.
Yep.
Here in Western Sydney. Of course, he loses half of that to the tax department. But he's incoming third-party deals, which will probably be quite ginormous over there, they'll be tax-free too. So he's probably on about $4 million a year.
That's what I reckon too. I thought to myself, he could be on anything. He'll have, 1 million shares in New Guinea Gold or something. Mm-hmm. Or
this complete schmozzle flies in the face of what the Games Administration has always tried to sell. The baloney they've tried to sell the modern-day fan is that everything is equal and even. Well, that's been completely blown out of the water before a ball's been kicked in, well, one of the two top spots, the worst places to be in the world, apparently.
How would the Perth Bears feel about that?
Well,
I mean, they got nothing. There it is, make the best of it.
Well, you got to travel further over there.
Yeah.
From this side of the world.
Nothing.
I mean, the only thing going for the Bears is obviously some heritage in parts of Sydney and the fact that a lot of people on the east have moved over to the west for work and lifestyle, etc. So there are rugby league fans already there. But you're right, in terms of recruitment, what assistance, what help have they been given to at least be able to compete? I mean, I'd rather go to Perth than PNG. But if someone says to me, mate, you can have double the salary and live in some sort of quasi-resort, then I might be persuaded to go there instead of the beautiful city of Perth. I mean, this is going to be a big problem. This is an unfair advantage, a massive unfair advantage, and this is only the tip of the iceberg because wait until clubs start losing some of their best players after November 1 this year to go over there because the modern-day player, look, the days of Alfie Langer, Paul Gallen, all these one-club players, they're over.
course they are.
And this will be the proof. This will be the litmus test. So you can forget it, and it's just a matter of which club you support and who they may be able to take out of there. This is a big problem for the game. It's not going to be a very good PR exercise. And as I said before, I have no idea why on earth we are putting a team there. And there should be no government, no political interference, and that's what it's all about.
Well,
and that gives you entry into a game.
10 years' time, or whenever, or if ever, they cut out the free tax, I want to see how good they go then. See, if they're in New Guinea, is there not there'd have to be a taxation system in New Guinea, wouldn't there?
Well, I believe the other side of the equation is their government have guaranteed that they won't have to pay tax there either. So
that's all part of the 600 is going to sort of help cover that as well, I presume.
Listen, the other thing too is, let me give a little kick up the Khyber to the other clubs currently in our competition, because they all agree to take the $4 million sweetener, the sugar hit, in advance for the PNG club to be allowed to be tax exempt. Now, they're going to regret that decision. Yes.
I didn't even know this.
Yes, they agreed to it. All clubs, a $4 million sugar hit from Albanese Co to allow this to happen. Now, they're going to regret that. They'll regret that.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
But that doesn't go onto their salary cap.
No.
So that's just a
hit for your club to spend on, I don't know, footballs and
whatever you like, or
weekends away.
Yeah.
Massage parlours, whatever.
Yeah, well.
Look, we've got the wrong people in charge. There's no rugby league DNA there. They're PR marketing people who just quote figures and how much money and I mean, is that what our sport's become? It's just about revenue, is it?
Mate, USA.
Our game has to stand for more than just how much it can earn, and every decision in and around a product, looked as a product, entertainment, what the broadcasters may like, how they may like that to look, and how much revenue we can generate. You're making all the wrong decisions.
Yep, too true, mate.
Let's have a look at round 9.
Yeah, why not?
Good grief. After all that uplifting stuff.
Now we get to the fun part now.
Who else can be flogged and lose 10 players? Friday football at Accor Stadium. Shit. The Dogs at home to the Cowboys, $1.75 the home side. The away team, $2.10. 6 p.m, KO and Fox.
Far be it from me to be a stick in the mud, but look, I'm going to go for the Cows. I don't know. The Bulldogs seem to worry me a little bit. They should have performed much better the other day. No, I'm going for the Cows.
I'll go for the home side.
All right.
Something tells me. The other Friday game, Suncorp, it's the Dolphins playing a home game there against the Storm, going for 7 losses in a row. Almost sounds crazy to say. I mean, I must be on a different planet. 7 losses in a row it could be this week.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
$1.62 in favourites for the Dolphins. The Storm at $2.31. 8 p.m, KO Fox and B Sting.
The only thing I could say about the Storm is that their record at Suncorp until the last couple of years has been almost perfect. But seriously, until Munster, until Harry Grant, and that's all they got because Hughes is out. Munster and Grant are playing like bustards. I think the Dolphins will do it, and I don't know. I don't know about Craig. I think that Bellyache. I don't know where he goes. I think maybe we have a psychiatric hospital up here on the Downs that they might be able to get, accommodate him for a week or a year.
Looks like he could do with it.
Oh yeah, he's just totally bewildered, isn't he?
We wish them well.
Yeah. Jeez.
Dear. Super Saturday. Seabus, the Titans up against the Raiders, $1.83 the Titans, $2.01 the Raiders, 3 p.m, KO and Foxtel.
This is most likely one of the real tricky games because Well, we're talking tricky. Of course we are.
Still hasn't kicked a chair yet. It's amazing.
But no. I said, look, someone has got to go to Bunnings and get a dozen plastic chairs and sit them out on that sideline because and hide his chewing gum.
There's no sign he's going to even choke on it.
No, I know. It's.
You're right. He's been on off-season retreat, that bloke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He wrote to Paul McCartney to see where they went that time over in India, the boys, and I reckon that's where he's been. Look, I'm going to go rough again. I'm going to stick with the Queenslanders. I'm going to go for the Titans.
We'll do the Titans only because, well, I don't know. They're playing the Raiders?
Yeah, me neither. I've not a clue.
Okay, what a weird round.
It is.
Super Saturday rolls on, 5:30 p.m. at Combank. It's the Eels at home to the Warriors. $2.80 plays $1.44. KO Foxtel.
Oh, this will be a smack bang Alakazam. Warriors by a minute.
Warriors. We wrap it all up for Super Saturday at Allianz Stadium. It's the Roosters at home to the Broncos, $1.56 the home side. Broncos at $2.44, 7:35 p.m. KO and Fox.
This will be the third game in a row where they've been over $2. Look, I'll go for the Bronx purely and simply for the fact that, they're trying their asses out. Their goal line defence has been quite outstanding. Yeah, I'll stick with the Bronx even though the Roosters are going to be tough, but yeah, I'll stay.
Best bet of the week, Broncos.
Oh,
Get on, $2.44. Actually, get on before I get on because you might get a lot less.
Because it'll be, you'll be getting, $1.95 now.
Sorry.
Everybody's heard you're about to splurge.
And they hear this in delay, so the good thing is I've got to jump on them.
Oh, you'll get the jump. All right, beautiful.
Sunday, we're in Nighty territory at Mac Jones. The Knights at home to the Rabbitohs, 2 p.m. $2.11. The Knights, Rabbits $1.73. You'll see it on KO and Foxtel, of course.
Bunnies.
I'll go for the Knights.
Bobby.
Sunday afternoon in the sunshine, Bobby Stadium, 90s.
Okay. Sorry, mate.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
I was not expecting that. You're expecting Bobby to bring a carton of piss.
Oh, yes. Now we've got a double treat, a double offering on Sunday this week.
Oh, no.
4:05 p.m. at Ocean Protect Stadium in the Shire. Land Shoes and Iced Vovos, $1.52 favourites, the Sharks. Wow. Tigers, $2.54. Beasting, KO and Foxtel.
How can the Sharks be that short?
Oh, well, this weird thing we call a bounce back factor in betting. I mean, back factor.
Maybe the word's out that the Tigers players have got the shits with a certain 5'8", and they're going to just pass the ball to him all the time. So, well, you're leaving. You're going to be on the big dough here. Start earning it. Oh, dear. Look, I honestly, no, I'll go for the Sharks at home.
Dear. So you're one of them.
Well, look, the Tigers have got to meet their Waterloo sooner rather than later. And when they do, kiss your ass goodbye, Tigers.
There you go. That's official. Bronc's a moron. Tigers.
Oh,
Up.
Up the tie.
The other game. If I can survive till then. Not even sure I'll watch the 4:05. Combank, it's the Pennies at home to the Sea Eagles. $1.25 plays $3.90. KO and Fox.
Don't worry. Pennies, far as you can throw your hat in the westerly gale.
Yeah, pennies. Good luck and good punting. You might need plenty of it.
Oh, geez, I'll say. Hooroo, everybody.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.